Welcome students. Today we are going to see array of objects. Array of objects. Array of objects. Now in last period we have seen how to create the object, and before that we have seen array is the binding of data and function. Array is runtime integer. Third definition of array, object. Object is binding. Object is binding of data and function. Second thing we have seen, it is a runtime integer. It is a runtime integer. Also we have seen, to create the object, first we must define a class, because class is a way to specify data and functions. So once our class is defined, it means we have specified data and functions. So data and functions are specified in the class, and once class is created, we can create the object. Hence, third thing is that objects are variables. Objects are variables of type class. In other words, we can say objects are class type variables. Now, what is in my variable? We have seen in LMS standard. Variable is a name given to the data. Variable is a space of memory to whom we identify by name. Say n. Now n is the variable, but this variable that data will store in it, what kind of data we want to store. According to that, we have to specify. Say integer n. It means n is the variable in which integer value can be stored. This is called as variable declaration. Variable declaration. Why? Because we know that whenever variable is declared, memory is reserved. Whenever variable is declared, memory is reserved. How much memory reserves, that depends upon its data type. So another data type we have seen, float p. So here p is the variable whose data type is float. Now when we define a class, it means we create our own data type, as integer and floats are data types. But these are the data types that is given by C++. That's why integer, float, char, these data types are called as built-in data types. Built-in, because C++ has given it. Whereas class, to create the object, we require a class. And once a class is defined, it becomes a data type. But that is called as user-defined data type. And that's why objects are variables of type class. Have you got? Objects are binding, you know. It is a runtime entity. That is also you know, because when program is executed, you will get the object. At the time of execution, it will be created. But how the object will be created? According to your class specification. So that's why class is also a data type, but it is user-defined data type because we define a class. Hence, it is called as a user-defined data type. Whereas integer, float, these are the data type, but they are class type. That's why they are built-in. Now, second thing, array. What is that? Array of. What is that? Array is collection of variables same time. Today we are going to see array of objects. So first we have seen what is an object. Second, we are going to see what is by array. First we have seen objects. What is by object? Object is binding, object is runtime entity, objects are variables. Similarly, we have seen built-in variables, data type is built-in. Because variable, whenever we declare a variable, we require the data type. Similarly, object is also a variable. As integer n is declared, you will get 2 bytes. Float p, you will get 4 bytes. Similarly, object a. So there is a data and a function. But what type of data and what type of function, that is defined in a class. And hence, objects are class type variables, or objects are variable whose data type is class. And class is defined by us. That's why class is user defined variable. Now say we are having a class. Simple A. So N is variable whose data type is int. P is variable whose data type is float. A is also variable whose data type is class simple. And objects are variables whose data type is class. That's why A is said to be variable. And hence we can say all the objects are variables. But all the variables are not object, because to say, to declare object, its data type must be class. So objects are variables, no doubt, but its data type is class, and class is user defined. So int is built-in data type, float is built-in data type, simple is user defined data type, class user defined data type. User defined simple, class simple. Now question about array. Array is collection of variables. You see, collection of variables. Now again come to point. Integer n, single variable. You will get 2 bytes. I want such 5 variables. So I will say integer n, comma, m, comma, p, comma, q, comma, r. So 5 individual variables will be created. But instead of that, C++ allows us to declare array. Instead of declaring 5 individual variables, we can subscript square bracket. I write down 5. I am reading pronunciation. Integer n of 5. In previous, integer n was single variable. Now integer n, but of 5, it means 5 variables. All these will be having same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 collection of variables. Now you can ask the question, if we can declare an array, there is the this is called as length. This is called as data type. So if we can declare an array of integers, can't we declare the array of objects, because objects are also variables? Array is collection of variables. First thing, objects are variables of type class. Then if we can create the array of integer, similarly we can create the array of objects also. Say, name of the class is simple, name of the object is A. So single object is created. But if you say 5, then 5 objects will be created that will share common name like this n. That is called as array of objects. So tomorrow we will see one program based on it. Then you can get the idea. So here today we have seen how to declare the array. Three things we have seen. What is object? Objects are variables whose data type is class. Object is runtime entity. Object is capsule of or binding of data and function. So if objects are variables, and if we can create an array of any type variable, similarly we can create the array of objects also. So today we have seen array of objects. Tomorrow we will see a program based on it. Thank you.